If you're applying to top MBA programs and while they're asking for a recommendation from an immediate boss, maybe your supervisor, and your boss is not helping you or you're not comfortable sharing your MBA plans with your boss, how can you submit great recommendations? I'll be sharing 3 things with you things that you need to do in order to have very, very strong recommendations. And I'll be also sharing things what not to do while executing your recommendation strategy. The big no-nos. I'll be giving suggestions that have really worked with a lot of applicants like you and have helped them crack top tier programs across the entire world. I'm Jatin Bhandari. I'm a global admissions consultant and I've helped applicants generate 100 crores, which is $15 million of top MBA scholarships. Now, do subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon as well. I'm going to bring an A game in whatever I do, even after 100 crores, which is $15 million of scholarships. Stay updated on what matters in the entire game. Stay updated on everything which is needed for MBA consulting. Let us get you out of your recommendation trouble. Let's move ahead with how to move past your recommendation problems. Now, a lot of you that I work with seem to have problems with your current recommenders. And while it is natural at times to not get along with your bosses, it's okay. Or having insecure immediate supervisors who do not want to give you recommendations, thinking that what if you get into a great business school and how will your growth impact their own self-esteem, their own ego? Yes, I've experienced it. First of all, I feel sorry for those bosses who think like that. See, unless you've just started with an organization, maybe like 6 months ago, I think it is quite okay to ask for a recommendation. Well, do not show this. I will suggest don't show this video to your bosses as they're not going to like you after this. But do you know, they owe you a recommendation. By the way, your organization has a myth that they have given you a job. What they don't understand is that you're also giving your life to them. Whether you realize it or not, you're occupied for 9 to 14 hours a day. And let me ask you this. If you have one unique present employer on your resume, see, you can have only one current employer on the resume and the existing one. Now, if a B school says that even though they don't clearly state it explicitly, but they mean that we really value if you get something from your existing boss. And your boss is not friendly, who else will fill the spot of your current boss? It's like you're married to this person and the school says that or somebody says that we would like to see your spouse and the only unique spouse that you have refuses to show up. How will you get another spouse now? And I have come across many situations where MBA applicants are victims of the immediate supervisors. I'm sorry to use this term, I'm sorry to say this, but there are really victims of immediate supervisors who think that you do not deserve to grow because probably they could not do what you're trying to do in your life, or because they are stuck because of whatever decisions they made in their own lives. Now let's understand, what are some of the things you can do to have your immediate supervisors give you a glowing recommendation, or how to optimize your recommendation strategy? 1. Understand everyone is lazy. So if you ask for a recommendation and just because your boss receives an automated email from the school with a URL and a username and a password, it does not mean that he is going to give his best shot. And in order for you to really get admitted, he really needs to give his best shot, right? So understand that everyone is lazy, and what you need to do is make an executive summary on a PPT or a Word document and send him the executive summary of all the projects, accomplishments, and the other engagements that you worked on while having him as your boss. And those examples should be the ones that you think you're really proud of. They should be representative of the wide variety of qualities that a B school is looking for. And your boss should also find it easy to just look at a PPT and know, hey, you know what? I can use all of these examples to create the entire expression of what the applicant is looking for. Right? 1. Second thing, and I'm going to challenge you as an applicant in this, start by being productive at work. I know that a lot of times you cannot ask for a recommendation because internally you think that you're not being your best version at times as well. Maybe that stops you from going out to ask for a recommendation. Maybe you spent the last 5 months preparing for GMAT and that took your focus away from your job. And you currently think that what if I do not get into my target school? What will happen to my current job? Well, in various circumstances, you can have a conversation with your boss telling him that you're planning the next stages of your higher education and you need his help. And I know you are the best judge of your relationship with him. In a lot of cases, while working with my applicants who apply to top MBA programs, applicants come back with too many resistances of their own. And their first getaway is, Jatin, forget my boss, let me write the recommendation myself because he doesn't have time. And guess what? I did not know this a long time ago. And this is very, very important for you. Please do not write your own letter of recommendations while submitting any of your top school applications. I know your bosses give you the liberty of creating your expression as they really get time to add value to your stories. However, you will not realize this now. The schools can see through the facade that you will create. Do you get it? If you are a 25-year-old applicant taking recommendation from a boss with 20 years of work experience, think about it. You will not have enough capacity to replicate the writing style of an industry veteran. Moreover, considering that you are the source of your essays, well, you are the source of your essays despite the admission consultants vetting them for you, editing them and recreating the original theme, any experienced writer will be able to spot enough commonalities sufficient to dismiss your application on ethical grounds. Same essays, same category recommendations, you'll get rejected. I did not know this more than a decade ago when I had started my admission consulting career. And now I can laugh at myself. I realize how immature I was to not know this or not have the enough skill set to identify the bogus nature of a recommendation created by an applicant. Do you get it? I'll share a small example. Think about it this way. It is not easy for a human being to write his or her own weakness and being objective about it. Some of us will have to be actually schizophrenic in order to create an authentic expression on a recommendation and make it mutually exclusive of our own essays. So please don't write your recommendations. They can see it most of the times. Get it? Next, if your relationship with your immediate supervisor is hanging on a very thin thread and you're not a big fan of him either, and neither is he, maybe it is your fault. Find someone else in the same organization that you have reported to in your past. And if you do not have anyone in your current organization who is willing to recommend you, it is very, very unusual though. But I tell you what, I've seen it. It is either you, maybe you are not the kind of person who can ask for help, or maybe you are not the kind of person who has been bringing the A or even a B game and you know that they are not going to write for you. But if you think everything is fine at your end and it is bosses, only your bosses, I'm going to say something very, 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 very straight. Fire your current organization. Fire your bosses, fire your organization, move to the next one. See, think about it. If you're going to work, despite being the best version of yourself, if you are going to work in a very insecure environment where everyone is just finding opportunities to shrink and they are not even willing to let you go to support you in your next stages of your life, you're anyway in a very, very toxic environment. Get out of it today. Find a new job. Do great things. Maybe MBA can wait for another year so that you have enough history with the new organization. Do you get it? So once again, start from the very beginning. The things that we captured. Start with the assumption that everyone is lazy. Help your bosses in writing recommendations by giving them an executive summary of your entire relationship or accomplishments with him. Got it? If you think you are uncertain and if you are not productive and if your own inauthenticity is stopping you from asking for help, if that is not the case, if that's the case, go and have a close conversation with him. If that is not the case, find alternative bosses in your present company. And if you have no one around, fire. It's absolutely fine to fire this organization and move on to the next one. With this, I'm signing off and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.